But yeah, normally we do have the forge actually lit, but the head of the forge is homesick. He got a second COVID vaccine yesterday, so he's just like out of commission today.
Not feeling good.
Yeah, no, but normally we had the forge actually lit Wednesday to Sunday. Today, like I said, just a weird day.
Wow.
But I mean, that's why I'm here. I'm just here basically to answer questions, give you the history if you guys want to hear. Also direct you towards our table full of stuff that you can buy. But yeah.
Is the Anvils nice?
Oh yeah, that's the original anvil that Pinkson would have had in here and used, when he first started forging.
Wow.
Kyle told me the head blacksmith Kyle, he told me that the anvil is at least 120 years old, and that's just based off of when Pinkson started actually forging. But it's hard to say whether or not he got it secondhand, whether he got it brand new, so it could be way older than that, but at least 120 years.
Wow.
Yeah. The whole building itself, actually, the woodwork and everything is the original woodworking from when Pinkson built it up in, I think, 1924. It actually preserved and held together so well because due to the smoke from the forge, it puts all of it under a process called kill and dry. So basically, it's so well preserved now that it's completely impenetrable by moisture or pretty much any kind of foreign substance. So it's been here now for 100 years, and it'll probably stand for another 100 if it doesn't burn down first.
Yeah.
As you can imagine, a lot of wooden forges, especially wood floor forges, aren't around anymore just because they burn down quite easily. That's why when we relit the forge in 2014, we had this stone flooring put in just so their flankers aren't flying off, and we got to step them out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just like the anvil, we got all these tools over here. Pinkson would have used those. The bellows back here, they're not Pinkson's original bellows. Actually, those over there in the corner are the original ones. These here are a replica made by a leather worker named Gary Barnes, but they're in pretty much all senses of the word, they are an exact replica. He actually got lucky with these here, with these bellows over here, because back in the day, the reason these got put out of commission is because a rival blacksmith family broke in and actually sliced them open to try and sabotage the Pinksons. So with that, Gary Barnes, when he was making these bellows, he just reopened these the sealed cuts that were in them, so he could have a look at the inner workings and stuff like that to make sure that what he was making was the same, without actually damaging the antique bellows and having to slice them open and ruin them.
Yeah.
So it actually worked out really well for us. So whoever it was that broke into the forge and sliced them open, it actually just totally backfired on them, because it actually brought way more business to the Pinksons as well, because the people at Brigus kind of came together, helped them fix it, and then they just started looking at Pinkson as the Brigus Blacksmith.
Sweet.
Yeah. The chimney, this isn't the original chimney, unfortunately. They had to rebuild this when they lit it up again. These are the bricks here from the original chimney. They're just so heat destroyed and stuff like that, heat damaged. But we keep them down here because they still do have their kind of heat retaining properties. So we don't want this fire, when we have it going, to get be pumping heat out into the forge. We want it contained into the cob here. So having these bricks just makes it so it's just almost like a thermal wall that keeps that heat inside. A lot of people, when they come in, they expect it to be boiling just from outside the gate there. When on a hot day, if it's 25 degrees, it's going to be way hotter in here than it is outside.
Yeah.
But on an average day like this, if we had the forge going, you guys probably wouldn't be able to feel the heat because it's so condensed to right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
But with that being said, in the wintertime forging, it's like hell in here because there's no insulation. Again, the heat is so contained right there that as soon as you step off of this stone flooring, you're freezing cold basically. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a little bit of a downside there, but it's worth putting up with so you can get in here in the wintertime, keep the season going.
Worth it.
Yeah.
I can keep going with the history if you guys like, if you have any questions.
So you guys made all this stuff yourselves?
Yeah, most of the stuff anyways now. There are a couple things here, like these here old fleur-de-lis that Pinkson would have made, and he put them up on a lot of the fences that are around Brigus. So if you see any while you're walking around, it's probably made in this forge. Then there's something like this here is a piece that Kyle did when he was up away at school getting his official training done. But then everything over here, actually, except for the sword, this is stuff that we make. We normally have a bit of a bigger stock. If you guys have Facebook or Instagram or anything, we have pretty much all of our pictures of our stock up there. But for right now, we have fire pokers, bottle openers, we got a couple of carnation milk punches. This is just a simple wall hook. It's not finished yet. You can tell it's a little bit different than the rest just because we don't have the oil coating on it.
Yeah.
We coat all these in canola oil because it makes it, it stops it from rusting. For some of the products like the bottle openers or the milk punch, you want to have something food safe on there. Also, if the coating was to ever wear off, it's just as simple as recoating a cast iron pan to put the oil back on it again. So it's super simple to do at home. But yeah, we normally do stuff we have full coat racks, we do shelf brackets, pretty much anything that anyone want made out of steel. Actually, someone came in a couple of years ago looking for a sissy bar for their motorcycle. So Kyle, whipped that up for me, even though he'd never done it. It's just a matter of, you know, planning it all out and stuff like that and using a bit of your imagination.
Cool.
Yeah, like I said, we do a lot of custom work, so we have been focusing a lot more on doing that kind of stuff over just like filling up this stock.
Yeah.
So just in terms of those custom pieces, like this one, this fire poker, and this one here, you can tell just like this double recurve, and the twist is a little bit different. They're just these are pieces that people wanted. They didn't want exactly like the base model. They just want a little bit unique. So
Right.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah.
thank you
Awesome.
very much.
Yeah, they're really cute.
Yeah, this one here I'd say is probably like the creme de la crop. This is one that Kyle made for his aunt, I believe. It's got the nice little leaf wrap on it,
Yeah.
similar to the hook there. He really likes doing the leaf kind of like motifs and stuff like that, so he puts it on pretty much whatever he can
They
fit it
are
on.
really pretty.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I kind of want one of these.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I want it all.
Yeah, they're 15 each.
Yeah.
They'll definitely never, you know, break off or
No.
wear down or anything. A lot of people that come in, they say that they use like an old screwdriver or something like that, or a knife maybe that cracked off. But they say, you know,
Yes,
it only
I
lasts
broke
for a
it.
certain
I
amount of
broke
time.
them out. What are these little guys?
Those are actually horseshoe nail hooks. So this forge started off as a farrier's forge, you know, dealing with horseshoes, you know, maintaining horses and stuff like that. So to keep along with that kind of theme, we started making these. So they're just like basically little key hooks. They're quite strong. We actually kind of figured that they wouldn't be able to hold anything, but I mean, like as hard as I can try, I can't even come close to even buckling it. So
No.
you can hang some pretty heavy stuff on there, but the vision was for like key hooks, maybe hanging up some like, you know, kitchen utensils, something like that.
Yeah, they're neat.
Yeah. And they're super quick to bang out. Like the reason that some of the stuff, like the way we price all this stuff is based on, you know, how long it takes us to make it and stuff. So just where some of the fancier stuff takes a little longer, obviously we have to charge more for it. But with these here, we only have them as like a couple $, just because we can do a single one maybe like a couple minutes or something like that. They're so simple.
Yeah, cute.
Yeah, really interesting. Yeah.
And you got stickers there?
Yeah, stickers and t-shirts. A couple of things that we don't forge in here, but we still sell.
Yeah, cute.
Yeah.
What is this used for?
That's actually more so just like a display item. So one thing that you can really get creative with blacksmithing is the different type of twists.
Yeah.
So that's actually called a Rubik's twist. Is where you take a
Okay.
square piece of stock, you put little cuts in on the corners at like about, you know, half an inch apart from each other, a quarter of an inch. Then when you twist it, they all separate to give you these little, almost like little cubes there on the corners.
Yeah, they're cute.
That one, I did that one just as a test. I had never tried it before, so it didn't turn out as nicely as I wanted it to. It's supposed to be much more clean. The cubes are all supposed to be the exact same size and stuff like that. But still, I thought it turned out as a pretty good test.
Yeah.
But then you have other stuff like this one here. For this twist here, I basically just flattened out 2 of the corners, because when you twist a piece of steel, the corners on the square stock is what's actually giving you that twist.
Right.
So if you flatten out 2 of those corners, you're only left with 2 corners left to twist, and then you have this much wider twist, and it's got like a little bit of
nice.
like kind of like the engraving there in the middle. And then there's stuff even more simple where you just take a simple chisel, just put a line right down through the center, and then when you twist it, you get this nice little
You
like
get
soft surf kind
line.
of look. Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah, there's like
So you do all this too?
yeah, absolutely.
like it?
Yeah, I love it. I've only been at it now for about a month or so, but I've already told like a large majority of the people that come in here that this is by far my favorite job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. Like I'm definitely more of a creative person. So when I've worked at like gas stations. I've worked in the fish plant in Old Perlican.
Yeah.
None of those jobs really cater to being creative like at all. So it just is
No.
more so like stunting you. But this here is like you come in the morning and it's basically just like, oh, what do I want to make today?
Yeah.
And then you just do it.
They just take your creativity.
Exactly, yeah. So it's yeah, and even building up stock and stuff like that, coming up with different ways, different techniques to get it to look exactly the way you want.
Yeah.
And even though Kyle, he had methods, you know, over the past 5 years of making things, when I came in, he was pretty much just like, you know, if you have an idea for something, just make it, because if it sells, it sells. Like
Yeah.
there's no right or wrong way.
Yes.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah, you did a great job, man.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
This is nice here. That's probably